Hello, dear fellows. I'm Rudi Messiah. Welcome again to Heavy Talk. I don't know if I can classify this video as a rant, but I'm looking around me now in the 21st century and I see everything that I have experienced, that I have seen through my 45 years or 44 years of life is dead. Real amps are dead. Real cars are dead. CDs and cassettes are dead. The conventional song, as we know it, is dead. Albums are dead. And finally, human beings and their experience is dead, are dead. Since we are musicians and it's a music page, let's talk about real amps, for example. Look, I love my FM9 and I think it's a great technology. But the problem here is that everything is ruled by economics. Later on, it will be very unprofitable to produce real amps because it will be like a very niche market and they will be very expensive. That is sad. I don't want to be the guy who is against technology. I have a point about technology and technological development I'm going to speak about. But honestly, talking about cars, for example, environment is important, but the smoke that the conventional car, the ICE car does with the electric car is just somewhere else. I mean, if all electricity is produced by clean energy, then it would be logical. So these manufacturers, they sell you PC with wheels and they overprice this. And they give you options that you will never ever use just to justify the price. So how many young people have never experienced a real amp, will never experience a real car? I can't say this is not sad. Regarding cars, I have selfish reasons.
But I have selfish reasons.
I have lived my whole life in a totalitarian communism, oligarchian regime in Syria, where you pay 3 times the price of a car. I've never had the experience of driving a Challenger, of driving, any of these great cars, an R8, or I could never buy an R8, but so now all these cars are discontinued. The Camaro is discontinued, the Challenger is discontinued, the Charger is discontinued, the R8 is discontinued, the TT, Audi TT is discontinued. Now when I had the chance in Dubai to try one of these cars, and soon the Nissan Z will get discontinued, and and again, everything is ruled by economics. That's what will make the ICE cars luxury cars, a niche market cars, not in the near future, but it's coming. And that's what will make real amps very much like a very niche market, very expensive. Mesa Boogie have sold itself to Gibson. And Volkswagen now is bankrupt. Nissan is bankrupt. And very much maybe Dodge will get bankrupt because of the Daytona, the electric Charger. So, let's talk about conventional songs, the real songs. Who now has the patience and the will to sit down and listen to a new song similar to Stairway to Heaven, Shine on You, Crazy Diamond, Bohemian Rhapsody, where the song starts and evolves and turns into something else, and then there's the climax, and then there's the finale. Who has now the time, the will, or the habit, the concept, the idea of putting a whole album like what we used to do in the 80s and 90s and even the 2000s, early 2000s, to listen to an instrumental intro of 2 minutes, and then to a change of season, or Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, So today the song should have very small intro. It should be short. The vocals should come fast into the song, so the listener won't get bored and run away. You should go directly into the subject. The song should be very efficient, very minimalist. Everything is minimalist. I mean, who said that these futuristic designs of cars are futuristic or beautiful? They are extremely ugly. They are very dull. They are blank. They are minimalist to the bone. Who created that? Is it Tesla? I mean, these colors, these blank colors, the gray now, the gray expensive cars, the cement gray, Porsche and Mercedes are putting these colors. This color is not only a fashion of a new color, it represents the soulless reality, the soulless world we are living in. It's just a cement gray. I mean, how it's a cement gray color. I mean, the name says it all. Talking about technology, the sad thing is, the horrifying reality of technology is most of technological developments were created by military institutions because they have the budget to do so. You remember the Beetle was created by Hitler. The hammer was created for the American army. The internet was created in the Pentagon. The nuclear science was really took a next step in the Manhattan Project and the nuclear bomb. And Boston Dynamics also started. The big dog is a military weapon. It's a horrifying thing to look at the big dog robot. And now the Chinese are doing something similar with wheels. The four hooves are wheels, the four paws, what they call it. Anyway, so have you seen Black Mirror, the metalhead episode about the big dog? It's horrifying. And me as someone who came from the Middle East, I can't look at those things and see, wow, appreciate the genius behind these developments, because I have seen that everything that we saw as wow, as a great invention or a great incident in history turned out to be, the fall of Saddam Hussein, turned out to be a horrific. What can I say? So we're just waiting for the big dogs to come as soulless warriors and kill everybody. That's how I see it. Talking about music again, the UK government have issued a bill, the database, something that, it strips artists from their creativity and allows AI companies to use the creative work of artists as database, as a collected data. You should check Jimmy Page's Instagram for that. And it is the UK government. Now we're back again. That technology is always, who is always behind technology are the governments and are the military institutions. So I can't just say, wow, the FM9 is great. I know the FM9 and Kemper are great initiatives that has nothing to do with military, but the whole picture is like a never-ending funeral. Every day you discover that something you have lived for 40 years of my life is dead. I have a whole episode of a Heavy Talk about revisiting some of my CDs collection. It was an amazing experience. Now somebody will come, you can buy vinyls. Vinyls are luxury. It is a collector's item. It is very expensive. And over 100,000 of the songs that you listen to are on vinyls. And on vinyls you can't use in the car, you can't use in a picnic, you can't use as a Walkman. So they are luxurious collector's items. So forget about vinyls. I'm talking about cassettes and CDs where we used to open the booklet and have the whole experience. It's sad that all of these things, they don't exist anymore. And finally, humans are dead. Not only the experience itself that humans lived. There's no need for a composer now. The computer can compose. The AI can compose. How many jobs will be lost because of this great technological improvement? that made all art sounds the same. They look the same. We can't even hear a proper singer anymore. They are great singers. But I mean, this auto-tune thing, a lot of people in the music industry, they are using it, they are opening the auto-tune to the max. So it sounds like something like a phaser to cover up for auto-tuning in the classical sense and use it as an effect. Because the one who's singing, he or she can't sing. So they are going around manipulating the technology. And what's happening that the taste, the understanding of music, of how singing should be, the standards are getting very lower in this. I don't know. I can't say that I don't love my FF9. I use it every day, but I use it most of the times as a multi-effect with my Mesa. But I use it live, of course, because it's very convenient. And on loud volumes, you can't really hear the difference. I don't know, it's an open discussion. Maybe I'm wrong, but honestly, I would prefer to be in 1985 more than this 2025. Like 1 million times more. With all this technology and convenience, I still would prefer that way of life. Thank you for staying with me. Tell me what you think in the comments. See you again.